Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Balatro, where as you can see here I have one on orange stake with the anaglyph deck. So we have a couple of decks now that we can use to tackle gold, and I do want to take at least a few runs at gold stake. I'm a big, I would very much like to get a gold stake victory before we wrap the series up. I do think it's one of the more brutal penalties though. -1 hand size hurts a lot. It's going to make decks that it's going to make hands that are reliant on 5 cards obviously much more difficult to put together, flushes and straights, and that's going to make the beginning of the game, I'm not going to say harder, I'm going to say less likely to work, but I want to emphasize that the way that it's less likely to work isn't going to feel like difficulty, it's going to feel like tedium, I think, because they're going to be, this is just going to dramatically increase the number of starts that you have to throw away before the end of the second ante. Because you're still looking for, like, this isn't going to change anything about how we play. We're still looking for all of the same things that we were looking for on the previous blinds. And the fact is, you can't get through the first couple of antes with the smaller hands, right? You just can't 2-pair yourself out of a 450 chip blind when you have no jokers. So it is still going to be the case that, like, you're looking for the same kinds of jokers at the beginning of the game. You're going to get them far less frequently because you're going to survive to see, you know, 5 shops or whatever far less frequently, and so we're just going to have to throw a lot of runs away, and that shit sucks. That's not, whatever, we're going to try, we're going to see if we can pull it off. I will say that I think the abandoned deck is probably more likely to see an acceptable start more frequently than the anaglyph deck, due to it being easier to assemble a straight in that deck because of the value compression. But I want to take a couple runs at it with the anaglyph deck first, because the anaglyph deck, if we can survive the start, does have a little bit better chance of just like popping off in a very serious way. Do I skip a shop in which I won't be able to afford anything to make the next shop free? I think maybe that's an okay skip, because the shop after that first blind is kind of imaginary anyway, right? If you can't buy any of the cards, it doesn't help you to see more cards. All right, we just gotta get out of this like ugly part at the beginning. Okay. Straight into a full house right off the top of the deck. Don't even have to spend our discards. That will do just fine. Okay. I don't love that that's eternal. I mean, like, obviously we'll take this. We'll pop everything open. I think I am going to take it just because, like, a thing with +10 mult on it is so valuable, and in the early game, this is going to guarantee that we make it to the mid game, and the fact that it is eternal just means that we're disadvantaged later on, right? We have to figure out a way to make things work on 4 jokers. This is really cruel when we have walkie talkie to show us a death card and then show us no 4s and no 10s. Let's take the Emperor first. I was kind of hoping we might get like a strength card and let us turn some 3s into 4s there. That would have been fun. Geez. So what do we want? I mean, I probably do still want to do death as my final card here. Arbitrarily, we'll just glass something down there. And then using this death card lets us carry the, lets us turn this into a death card and carry it forward into a place where we might actually be able to get some value off of it. I guess I want to turn something else. Yeah, I mean, like, sure. Let's use this now before I forget. And also open this. Okay, you know, as always, hoping to see a special 10 or something, a special 4 or 10. I think the question is blue seal ace versus red seal 9 that could potentially become a 10 as we sculpt the deck. I think let's go this way. And now that we have a holographic Joker, we're in really good shape. You know, that is going to give us some significant portion of the early game for free. And not only does it like ensure that we're getting where we're going, but it's good economy, right? Because it's going to make us $2 to $3 per round. I kind of think I am doing the Mega Buffoon Pack. So let's see here. I mean, Juggler's pretty okay. It's not something I want to like sit on forever. Idol is basically useless. So it's between these three. Again, with the idol, a thing I don't know, obviously, is like, if the idol can only select values that are actually in your deck, there's a way you can build your deck where the idol becomes very good for you. If you can get your X of a kind deck down to mostly being that one card. Otherwise, it seems almost literally useless. Square Joker. We could actually make 4-card hands work now that we have a +10 mult, potentially. Swashbuckler. I think I'm going to take Swashbuckler just as a source of mult. And the question is, do we want a slow building thing here, or do we want... I'm going to take this. Okay, so that gives Swashbuckler 7 mult. I think that's okay. If we skip this shop, the next 2 shops are initial stuff free. You know what? Sure. I probably wouldn't do that if we weren't a little bit already set, but having 17 mult already makes me feel pretty comfortable with that. And don't know what I want just yet. Do we want to just... I think I want to just go for the flush. Yeah, I think I still want to be looking for this flush. There were just too many holes in that, like, offered up as a, I should have put the 4 in the first slots. The Hanging Chad would trigger Walkie-Talkie. I should put Walkie-Talkie first, so I'm thinking about it. Okay, interesting. Yeah, we will take free trading card for sure. Gets our Swashbuckler up to 9. We will take a free Mega Buffoon Pack, like, absolutely, gleefully. What do we want from this? So my deck's gonna be shrinking all the time. Half Joker's powerful. And the fact is, like, Ballot just really isn't that good. But since we're already doing this thing, if we manage to get a special 10 or 4, you know, you could see a version of this thing where we do a 5 of a kind deck on one of these suits, probably the 10, and Ballot ends up actually being very good. I kind of just don't want any of this, I think. Half Joker's not bad, but I think we're gonna leave it. Yeah, I think so. Give me a Celestial Pack. None of those were any good, really. Here's a question. Do we sell, like, Juggler just to make money? Probably not, right? And then this is the last... Yeah, we're about to be playing you, so we're about to lose access to this voucher. I think, even though it hurts our economy, especially with the next shop also being free, let's go ahead and take this, because I do love having 3 discards. It's very good to do that. So let's burn. I really wish it wasn't possible for this to be a 4. You know, the way that's positioned is just a little awkward. Okay. I'm going to turn this into a 10, I guess. That's how we're going to get certainty. And then we're going to discard these. Looking for... there's 5 10s or aces left. Like, it's not super likely that that's going to work, but I also don't think that hand just has... Okay, never mind. We got there. We definitely want a 10 to be the card that scored first. All right. Stuff's happening. We're making some money. Clearance sale is really nice. Obviously, we will take this. We're really not in this strat, it feels like. Let's open you up and see. Do we skip it or do we take a 3 in the hopes that we can make it a 4 later? I kind of want to focus on the 10s, is the thing. So I think we're going to just skip this. We took a peek. It was free, you know. No harm done. Really don't want to be living that 2-pair life. And then there's no reason to buy this right now when we could buy it at the beginning of the next shop. I don't think I want to double this up. I think... And we have enough money now that, like, the interest is significant. And also... I want to be feeding my trading card opportunities for discards, right? So let's try to make this straight happen, I guess. Okay, got there. We will, of course, play this in this way. Already to the point where that kind of shenanigans are not sufficient. Yeah, there's 9 diamonds left. All right. Slowly our deck begins to resemble something. I'm really not sure what. We're definitely not taking another like 10-4 like card. These things all being honestly, do I want to buy anything here? Maybe I don't even want to see what's in this buffoon pack. Let's wait one more shop before we pick up the clearance tag. Okay, well, I don't want to burn a 4. Let's burn this. Okay. Pretty sure I just want to go looking for that flush. You know, 4K, it's not amazing. So if we discard like this, we can pull a straight from an 8 or a queen. I guess I'm going to try that. That'll work. We need improvements for sure. Oh yeah, so now we buy clearance sale without question. Get ourselves a hanged man. 50 chips on a pair is probably not worth selling anything we have for. But like, Swashbuckler is 6 mult. Hanging Chad is mostly pretty bad because it's not copying the holographic. Like, there are jokers that we would be very eager to replace here. So let's see if we can find something that's a little bit more interesting. Boy, is Splash good? I don't think so, right? Do we want to re-roll here? Because I'm starting to get a little bit nervous. What's my boss blind? Debuffed clubs. That's probably not a big deal. I guess we can probably save it. We can probably hold for the moment. 7,200 I think we can make, but then we're starting to get into like dangerous territory at a certain point. Yeah, let's Hanged Man a couple of cards first, so that the discard gets us 3 new cards. Okay, it just draws us into a full house. Absolutely reasonable. And we already have a pair of 4s toward the next whatever. Like, that feels pretty okay. Never mind, don't need them. Okay, we can push on a little bit further without any other improvements for sure. I don't really want to be playing straights. What we can do is just like the popcorn will definitely buy us some value for a little while. Yeah, okay, let's sell probably the hanging chad. Put the popcorn in. Buy voucher now because it fills thing back up. Okay, blackboard's interesting. What's the balance of my cards right now? We are 22 to 25 reds. We have a source of flat malt. So the ×3 is likely to be meaningful. It's likely to be more. It's likely to be more than +7. I'm gonna take it, and we'll see if we can work, sort of build for it, work with it. There's a madness which I don't think I want. We're taking the hangman for sure. All right, let's go forward here. We're definitely not sacrificing our double tags for these, so let's just play. Once again, Hanged Man goes, and we're removing red cards first here. Okay, and then what? Well, we can afford to just discard around the edges here. If we pull an 8, this turns into something pretty juicy. Maybe I want to hold the ace so that if we pull a club, we can go to the flush as well. Okay, 3 9s is interesting too. I think I'm going to spend our last discard getting rid of... That feels pretty bad. Obviously I really want to run blackboard. And this extra 9 is not helping. Alright. Jack 10, 9, 8, 7. The 10 goes first. Oh, it doesn't matter where the 10 goes anymore. This will trigger blackboard for us, which will make this pretty good overall. Yeah. Popcorn is rapidly decaying and needs to be replaced in a hurry. You know what? Once we get more of our deck sort of in order, I think it'll be reasonable to get rid of the juggler. I think for right now, we should probably keep it. It does feel a little silly to sell the popcorn while it's still this high, but I think I'm going to for this, which will hopefully stick around a little bit longer. But even, you know, burning this is a valuable thing in and of itself. I think I will take my chances with the Emperor. Okay, the Emperor gives us a card we definitely don't want to use and a card that might do something, maybe. It would have been just my luck to have it, like, negative the banana or something. Alright, it's fine. For the moment, it's fine. We shall continue. Alright, burning red cards that don't do stuff. Alright, okay. Feels a little bit like a personal attack, but whatever. So that's the last 8. There are no more 8s in the deck. We're not going to get up to 3 8s. Probably not going to get up to 3 4s. I think it's okay to just drop. Well, do we want to keep the black 8 as an attempt to get a straight going? Like, there are odd numbered cards in my deck. I'm fairly sure of it. So we just do this for the moment. That's an okay start. It's an okay start. Play this even though it doesn't benefit from the bonus. We can discard these. Yeah, I guess let's discard these first in the hopes of pulling. Yeah, the fact is it was too likely that we were going to draw another heart or diamond anyway, so. All right, and the 3 doesn't break, which is a shame. And then I'm going to play these cards. We're looking for a spade. Find a spade. Unfortunately, don't get to benefit from blackboard off of this flush, which makes me a little nervous. We get walkie-talkie. It's so close to a straight flush. It's really, really a shame. I hope this is enough. I don't even know for sure. No, it's not. Ugh. What a bummer. That was shaping up. There was something going on in there. But, you know, just bad luck. Yeah, that's no good. Let's go ahead and go shopping here. So we could try to hold for the low straight. We could try to... I don't much like holding for a straight this small because it doesn't... We still have to hit another hand anyway. Trying to force a flush from 2 cards is pretty bad, but holding 2 high cards, you know, a lot of other things, a lot of other good things can come from it. And sometimes you actually can just force the straight, or the flush rather. You get 292. Brutal. All right, we're over $5 at least. At or over. Paintbrush would be really nice to keep. Don't think we're skipping here because, first of all, polychrome by itself isn't actually going to get us anywhere. Like, we need to have some mult to multiply before that's even good. But secondly, it does seem like it's a pretty expensive multiplier. It adds a lot to the cost of the Joker. Okay, cool. And then we're just finding nothing, like, really early in the run. Absolutely screwed here. I guess we're holding part of a straight like this. Yeah, at that point, I don't think it would have mattered if we had drawn the straight anyway. Oh, no, it totally would have. Sorry. We're going to 450, not 600. I thought we were a little later. The amount of focus I'm displaying here is definitely a good sign. All right, I'm taking this. This will make it more likely we survive the 600, but also we're in not a great shape for what comes afterward, that's for sure. That said, if we survive a little bit, we will be in really good shape. I think we're trying to make this flush work. But it's nice that this stuff's all so close together in value because we could also accidentally hit a straight off of it. We did find the flush, though. All right, one more. A pair of 8s is not good enough, right? 26 times 2 is... No, this works. Yeah. Well, okay, so we don't have anything interesting here. I guess, like, even Steven... If you can get even Steven to trigger, it will do the thing. Mega Spectral Pack is cool. We couldn't afford it. I probably, honestly, I think there's a pretty good chance I would have bought it if we could have. Because that can really turn your run around, too, just kind of by itself. This is really nice to start with. Okay, and that will definitely work as a finisher. All right, Even Steven. Showing up to start with. I think we're just moving forward here. Do I want to take 2 holographic tags? Probably not, especially since we need a Joker really badly because we have to make sure we can beat the needle. We don't need a Joker. We could do this with Even Steven, provided the hand is right. See, like that would not be sufficient, so I sure hope that we do see a Joker worth having. I hate that we split this evenly between spades and clubs. That's a real bummer, especially considering it doesn't really have a huge amount of straight potential. We could pull an 8 and that would work. A 5 wouldn't work without an 8, so it's not really a good reason to hold on to these cards. Wait, I also need a... well, whatever. Whatever. This is where we're at now. Still looking for an 8. Okay. Yeah, I think there's no reason not to... Oops, sorry. We just want to make sure there's two even numbered cards in there. We're fine. Everything's fine. Pretty sure we're not buying this voucher as much as I do like it. We just need money for what is to come, and we are not getting much of value here. All right, can I make 1,200? So this is a pretty high flush, but with it only having 1 even numbered card in it, I think the answer is probably no. So we need to find we need to find another even club. I'm going to discard one more time. Okay, I think we want to prioritize the even clubs and then just like the 2 highest non-evens. 1120. Oh no. All right, one more try with this, and then maybe we'll swap over to the abandoned deck, which is going to be a little bit more consistent in the early game. Show me. Okay, sure, yeah. That's a pretty good start. Okay, interesting question. Do you take a Jumbo Buffoon pack right away? I think so. 4 Jokers is like pretty decent odds we'll find something of value. We didn't. Do I want to just take Madness and hope to end up on Madness plus Eternals? I mean, Madness in the first shop, right? We're doing it, apparently. I decided. Because I have no respect for my own well-being. All right, I think we're hunting like around this straight now. Plus 2 mult, incredible. What an unbelievably good card. Once again, like the way it splits the suits, always frustrating. The pair is bad though. The pair is bad for sure. All right. Still trying to find that flush. I guess actually at this point anything works. But we did find the flush. So I know this is a lot. I'm talking about something pretty specific here. But at this point in the run, if we were to find a single eternal card that had any reasonable amount of mult on it, I think that would be very likely to win us the run, honestly. Even with the king debuffed, no, I guess it makes more sense to hunt for the diamonds. The diamond flush will probably end up being worth more, provided that we can make it happen, of course. Hey, we can, and it's not bad, really. Pretty solid. Thanks, Madness. Do I want to pay $3 for a thing that probably will just be thrown away? No, right? I think we just hold the money. This would not cost me any interest, but it's almost certainly just throwing $3 in a hole. Upgrading 2 pair by 3 levels. Like, there's a lot of orbital tags that I'd be really excited to take with a double tag. I feel like we always see the weak ones. So we're on times 2.5. I mean, I certainly can't play 1 pair. I think we're just continuing to look for diamonds. Like, but this is a pretty not exciting hand. Oh man. A flush is better than a straight at the beginning. Yeah, okay. Do I maybe want to leave like the 4 or maybe the 6? I'm just thinking like we're gonna have to play more hands, so let's try to leave something that has a little bit of a suggestion of something to it. Maybe we just find ourselves another flush. Spectral packs can be pretty interesting. It's hard for me to turn these down. They can change things so much. Alright. So I want to red seal something, and I guess I'm going to red seal the Queen of Diamonds. And maybe we're trying to do something in that area. Do I want to skip a shop now for $30? No, I think we're really looking for a meaningful Eternal Joker, right? We're looking pretty hard. And I think we're also, I don't know, looking to build something off of these face cards. So now we've seen... Probably not going to see another Jack. Probably not going to see another King. It feels bad to try to like... If you're looking to go like to a full house, there's only 3 cards in the deck that get you there. That feels pretty bad. So I think we're going to stick with the plan of like looking for a straight or something to build here. Hey, what do you know? We found another queen. All right, I could use a little help. I guess the flush is the little help. Times 3 mult. It's trying its hardest to keep up. This hand is like actually nothing though. And then almost so close to the straight. All right. Yeah, it's worth a try. Let's jump over to the abandoned and see if we can get anything better going. It's certainly easier to hit your early straights with this deck, but like so much of whether or not we win here is going to come down to luck, because there are just like certain kinds of things we need to see quite early from the shops. Okay, that's fun. I guess without the full house, oh, we're better off just playing the straight. Once again, +1 hand size, like very significant. This takes a little bit too long to pay itself off, and like we're in a position where we need help right now. I don't think we can take the gift. We may end up buying that voucher though. All right, that's not a bad start. Not a bad start at all, in fact. None of these are quite moving the needle for me. I'm going to take the voucher because it's vanishing. Maybe it's a bad idea, but you know what's really great is having 8 cards. Look at how much easier of a time you have finding these flushes, right? Look. Everything's just working so flawlessly. You have got to be kidding me. How? All right. No, you know what? Still the plan, actually. That was some luck. That was some chance occurring. Well, so at this point there's 1 9. There's only 1 6 left in the deck as well. Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna play these as a 2 pair. The only straight that's potentially coming up is coming up down here, and we didn't get it. But we did get a 3 of a kind that is gonna be woefully insufficient. All right, we'll do like 1 or 2 more. Like I said, on Gold Stake, it really does feel like some huge number of runs are going to be invalidated immediately by whether or not you pull some of the good stuff. Do I want to... The problem with pulling an Arcana pack now to avoid some of the danger of the pillar is that... most of the good Arcana cards aren't good, actually, before you've played any Balatro. Like, the ones that improve your money situation are based on you having some resources already, and you don't know what you might want to do to your deck. So, what am I cutting here? I guess doing this and trying to find some direction in the straights. We do not get that. That does not happen. Keep a 5. There's part of me that wants, like, we could discard a 5 and a 7, and then this gets us a straight if we draw the 6 or the 9. But obviously we're only drawing 2 cards here. All right, well, it's going to require a little bit of a push, but it's a start. This is 28 times 2 is not, in fact, good enough. Okay, well, 2 pair will cut it from here. Made it to $5 at least. An extra $1 of interest at the next shop. Okay. Okay. If we can buy that voucher, I'm actually going to feel like we're in a pretty solid spot. If we draw the 8, we don't need the 5. If we can't draw an 8... I'm debating whether I want to discard the top end or not. I guess so. Okay, well, we redrew 10s. A lot of 10s all of a sudden. And 2 pair is pretty insufficient. If we play this 2 pair, we probably have made it so we can't have a straight after this. With no 5s and only 1 7, yeah, the number of straights remaining in the deck is like extremely low. We'll play this looking for the spade flush. Okay. Get to play a pair of aces looking for the spade flush. And we don't find the spade flush, but we do find a straight because we didn't spend all of our middle of the straight material. Hooray. That means we have exactly enough money to purchase the voucher, giving us more time to find something of value. Because like obviously 200 here is going to be pretty meetable. And in fact, we're almost on a flush. Alright, pretty good, pretty good. Yeah. That would not necessarily have been a very fun environment to try to go all the way to 10 in. Or all the way to 600, rather. So this will give me $5, so we could guaranteed buy. I think I actually am going to skip this here. Because I want that voucher. What am I doing? This is not yet a straight. Nor is this. Man. Game loves to give you 2 pair. 2 pair is... I mean, that's just like probability, right? But it was quite brutal of them to make 2 pair so incredibly bad. Let's hope that we draw something fun to fill the gap, and we did. Alright, we're not necessarily buying the voucher. Could be we're gonna, you know, see like a good joker. Well, I'm gonna buy the voucher. And then, like, is this good enough to take? I really don't like it very much. But ×3 is a lot. It'll help a little bit, I guess. Scary Face is going to be a little unreliable. Plus, we didn't have it discovered, so purchasing it puts it in the codex, which is probably not, like, important, but I like it. Alright, bit of luck there. Try to draw 4 into the same straight again, or... Okay. Let's maybe... I don't know, I'm like desperate here. Just try to draw something. Yeah, okay, that'll do it. Wow. Petroglyph right away, huh? I mean, like, is it a good idea to go down to 1 ante? I don't know. Probably not. And yet, here we are. Yes, I will take $10. Sure. All right. Show me something good. This is okay. It's a start. That's the direction of something good. That's almost... There's still 3 6s left. 3 6s and 3 aces. The odds that we're able to make a straight happen off of this are okay to decent, and we're holding 3 diamonds this way. So yeah, we can still do that as well. Not that we need all that much of a push with the ×3 on the final hand. It's doing stuff. It's kind of keeping us alive. It is providing non-zero value. Hack. Eternal hack. The thing about Eternal Hack is that right now, it's not awesome. And that's a pretty rough quality for an Eternal card to have. But there are a number of things that can make it really awesome, including just like Empress style. How what the hell? We're committing to a direction. It should be over here. I guess it doesn't actually, in this case, it doesn't actually matter. All right, so must play 5 cards. We were going to be doing that anyway. Let's try to find our way down from here. Okay. Do I... It could be a spade flush. There are 4 6s in 29 cards. We are not terribly likely to see a 6 on a discard. Oh, I don't have a discard left either. I have to actually play cards, and it has to be 5 of them. Okay, well, and what we're going to do right now is Empress these two. Oh, they're not both going to score. What did I mean, all right. Well, no, they're not going to score at all, as this is, here's what we're going to do. We're going to hold them now because my brain, I totally spaced on how that was going to work. This isn't bad. Yeah, okay. Just like improve cards in this band and remove cards outside of this band and try to play them a lot. Obviously, permanent reserve parking is horrible for us. Don't think I take anything just yet. Extra large blind, kind of annoying. Okay, we're very incentivized to try to make this low straight work. That feels like a pretty good start. Okay, this is 3 jokers for a very low price. I think I'm gonna open this too. Try to get something of value out here and fail. Steel card doesn't benefit from hack. Do I want to just like create some planets and see if we can get a little bit of a boost on our hand types? I haven't edited my deck yet, so we could also just like do this. Make this a very diamondy deck. You know what? I think that's all right. All right, next round. Let's do this. Okay, so stuff that's not very good. We need a 2 or a 7. Pretty good start, pretty good start. And then, like, there's a spade here. There's 3 spades, I mean. There's still 2 9s in the deck. It's not impossible that we could draw another 9. It's not likely, but... yeah, unfortunately, it's just like a really, really bad hand. But here comes the ×3. Do I get it on something? I get it on a pair. That's probably insufficient. If I'm being honest, that seems like it won't do the job. Yep. All right. Imagine if this had given us just anything that had malt on it. Yeah, this is tough. Gold stakes. Gold stake, it feels like you're going to be throwing a lot of runs away early. It's going to be a lot of just like fishing for the couple of runs out of any batch that give you early malt that are going to let you get past, say, like the end of Ante 2. And then once you're there, you still have, you're still looking for the same things you've always been looking for, but you'll have like more resources. You'll have a little bit more control. This early part, though, you really are just fully reliant on the game being like, yeah, sure, this time you get to play. It's a little bit of a bummer. This, I assume, is what the beta patch changes are meant to address. I didn't look at them too closely. But that's going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. If we try this a few more times and we run into like a similar sort of set of just like throwaway runs, I might actually jump over to the beta patch and see if it feels better, just to see if that is really like the focus of the changes. I don't know. We'll see. In any case, we're not done yet. Come back next time for some more gold stake attempts, and we'll see you then.